I am Hakim Baliraine, a smallholder farmer from Uganda and from Eastern Southern Africa Small Scale Farmers Forum. ESAF at the regional level where we are in 16 countries, and also the national chairperson, ESAF Uganda at the national level, where we are in 54 districts. And I'm the vice co-chairperson of the Ecological Organic Agriculture Initiative in the Eastern Africa. And I'm also the chairperson of Alliance for Food Sovereignty in Africa, whereby I also represent Africa to the Global Executive Committee of People's Coalition on Food Sovereignty. Seed is so vital in the lives of all people. But basically I can say that for the smaller holder farmers, seed is livelihood. Seed is our life. So a seed fair like this one, it means a lot because it brings diversity of the seeds which you've held for quite a longer period, or for quite a decades and decades of years. So when a seed fair like this one is held, it is to memorialize what we've been holding as the custodians, the smaller holder farmers, the women who have been custodians of the seed. So when a seed fair like this one is also to create another narrative of showing the world that seeds, the issue of seed, it is not about the industrial, it's not about the private companies producing seed, but it is about the custodians who are the farmers and more so the smaller holder farmers. So a seed fair like this one, it is to show a case that this is what we've been having for all those time, and the other people, other institutions, other communities, other organizations at international level do not want to believe. So another thing, the seed fair is to make sure that, to show that what is there is reality and is what has made people live, look healthy, and also have better livelihood. So the diversity you've seen at the seed fair is to bring to the memories of all those who don't believe that we are the custodians of the seed. I'm talking about the farmers, because when I say we are, I'm part of them, the custodians of feed. So the seed fair is vital, necessary, timely, and it is now, and it is not another time. And should not be only now or today, but should be continuous to other regions of Africa and at national level. In that those who do not believe in we being the custodians and people who will be able to push more and more seed production and reproduction, realize and believe it. This is what I can say about the seed. Seed sovereignty, there are a number of threats. Some are international, others are regional, others are national, and others are even at the grassroots level. But to sum it all, the threats on the seed has been brought in when the privatization policies came into force. That when someone removes the ownership of the seed from your hands and wants to own it and becomes the owner and takes away all the rights, then that means a big threat. When the issue of patenting the seeds and also patenting just traits from the seeds came into force, then that begins a very big threat that without seed, there is no livelihood. So that is one area whereby privatization of the seed industry has become a big threat. The other area is about the corporation takeover of the seed system. When private companies come up and there are laws and policies which come into force, like the plant variety protection bills and acts which are already existing in various areas at region, at national level, then it means that the seed owners, who think been owning it for quite a period, we shall not be having ownership. It is the companies who will have patented, because the plant variety protection acts give powers to seed companies to be able to own the production and even the selling or distributing it. This is wrong. Why do you say that the company has the rights of production and even the distribution? Why is it that the smallholder farmers are not producers of seed? We've been the producers and custodian, but now the policy gives right to the other area. It doesn't give the powers and right to the custodian, who've been the custodian for all of that time. That's also another area which becomes a bit a threat to the seed. The other issue is that the improved seed, which are already being marketed because of the influence of corporations to our policies, are not resilient to the climate change, to the pests and diseases. If you want them to be more productive, as it is said, then you have to add on something else on top, which will mean you either buy the inorganic fertilizers, the synthetic inputs, chemicals, in that seed can survive to get the more yield which are being said about. So they are not resilient to the shocks which exist, like the climate change, diseases, and etc. So when that one comes in, then that becomes a big issue. Then the issue of dependency, that when the seeds are not coming within ourselves and it's coming outside, it creates dependency. And when it creates dependency, that means that you will not be able to control even the production system. You will not be able to control it. So that becomes also another area that when you are not controlling anything, then at the end of the day, you not be able to be resilient, to be the owners, and also to be self-sufficiency on what is being given to you. You'll be at a receiving end, waiting for the other one to produce, and then you also do the production at the end of the day, the planting and etc. And I want to correct this. When we talk about seed, we are not meaning about the grains, the GMOs and ABCD. When we talk about seed is talking about cutting across the genetic resource, the germplasm, the livestock, all those other things which follow there. How are they owned? What are those policies which make them exist, and how do people get access, control, and use? So people don't think about the other side of the cereals and grains and whatever. So seed is cutting across the livestock and other places.